The idea around Lisa Bender's plan to create affordable housing has been to create more units in the city. And this was brought to my attention by a person that has been appointed a certain leadership in dealing with this. But I wanted to speak about it because it's very interesting. And Lisa Bender, the president of the Minneapolis City Council, has been vouching for, like, let's make the city dense and lower unit costs and rent. Here's the issue with that. Based on that logic, which would mean that you got that from like week one of economics of an economics class, is that the more dense the city, the lower the cost of rent, which should mean that Manhattan should be the cheapest place to live in all the U.S. So you see how that doesn't work out, right? What's happened is in the south side of Minneapolis, you got all these condos sprouting up. The unit rental rate goes up, and then what you're creating is a culture of single unit rental spaces, and then you're demanding that the property value go up in South Minneapolis, and then what happens on the north side? Why is this not spread out to the north side as well? What is this idea that the south side needs all these condos, but let's leave the north side alone and then wait for slumlords to take it over, unless it already has? I mean, let's be realistic, slumlords kind of rule the world. But then what happens on the north side is you have no home ownership. You have everybody just renting to live and get by. And then what's happening on the south side then permeates to the north side. And now you have not only full-on gentrification, but you have you have the full push of getting black folks out of the north side of Minneapolis. 3/4 of the properties of the rental properties in North Minneapolis are owned by people that do not live in Minneapolis. So a lot of these slumlords have no interest in what's going on in those communities. What is the ideal beyond Lisa Bender's plan to make the city more dense? Create family home ownership. Because if I take a bungalow in North Minneapolis and I break it up into a triplex, where's that family going to live? How's that family going to live in 350 square feet? Is that possible? I don't think so. So you want to create the opportunity for families to own their own homes. And you don't do that by creating Pure Lowry, a condo that got built not too far from here. When they were building it, committed malfeasance, cracked an apartment building that was right next to it, and then the Chicagoan developers that were making it tore down that apartment building, and now they're going to build something new there, which is probably going to be another condo. And the issue with Minneapolis in these tearing downs is that it takes more energy and money to tear down a building than it does to maintain a building. You already have the infrastructure here. Maintain it. There's no reason to be popping up these ugly ass friggin' SimCity cubes up and down Lindale and Hennepin. There ain't no damn reason for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got money for that. Who's gonna afford that? $1,800 a month? Girl, you out your damn mind. Nobody wants Uptown to be Manhattan. Maybe except for Lisa Bender and young white renters who order everything on Amazon. But that being said, the point is, like, to maintain like some sense of community and like diversity in the city, like economically, melanin wise, all to maintain that diversity. You have to look at the city differently than just thinking, we got to make it more dense, it'll lower the rent cost. The hell it will. The shit's going up. Rent's going up. Like, it ain't going down, it's going in the reverse direction. And this goes back to, like, if you were doing your job, rent would have gone down 2 years ago. I mean, Lisa's career has been spanned over 13 years, and rent's only gone up, and now you got apartment buildings being taken down where rent was actually affordable, and it's going to turn into Pure Lowry Jr., and it's going to be unaffordable. But all that being said is, what is your take on all this? What should Minneapolis or your city be doing to create affordable housing or actual, like, affordable? A lot of people disagree with the word affordable, but with housing that can, livable housing, I should say, like livelihood housing, like housing that is I got to use the word affordable until I find a better one. Affordable housing that people can, sustain with, like month to month, or even rent to own. Maybe that's an idea too. What are some things that you've seen that are of use to your city or your community, your neighborhood? And I'd love to know, because what we're doing here isn't working. Really isn't working out. But yeah, put that in the comments. And that's what's happening in Minneapolis, and I hope that it doesn't continue any further, because the zoning commission, they got this 2040 plan that's gonna basically mean, if it keeps going this direction, we're gonna be Edina, the whole thing. Nightmare scenario. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Hope to hear what you guys have to say in the comments, and I'll answer back as soon as I can. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.